Hello and welcome to Access UTV. My name's Michelle Edhouse, and as an Access Consciousness facilitator, what I find is as I have classes coming up, I choose a topic, something pops, somebody asks for a particular topic to be covered or something like that, and then in the lead up to the class, and I've heard a lot of other Access Consciousness facilitators talk about this, in the lead up to the class, things start to show up in my world that allow me to have clarity and ease by using the tools that I can then use as examples in the class. Now, the latest one is regarding children. Children and their bodies, children and their capacities, children and their ability to perceive, know, be and receive the what's going on for other people. Now, if you've been following my vlog, you'll have heard about the amazing tool, Who Does This Belong To? And it's an Access Consciousness tool, and it's so powerful they've even made an app for it, which just is so useful. Exceedingly good reminder to use this tool, and I'll put a link, by the way, in the description to how you can find that app. And what I've found with bringing up my children using the Access Consciousness tools is Who Does It Belong To is a huge one for kids. They are so aware of other people, so aware of other people's bodies, that how often do your kids come home sick? And in this reality, it's, oh yes, everybody's sick in the class. I'm not surprised your child's got sick. Yeah, even the teachers got sick this time. It's a bad one. I don't get that very often. And when I do get it, the question of who does it belong to can shift so much, so quickly. Now, I had a perfect example of this on Monday night, Tuesday morning. Monday night, our eldest comes to me before he went to bed. Oh, I've got a bit of a lump in my throat. And I just threw back at him, who does that belong to? Now, I'll also put a link in the description where I talk more about this tool. But it's where we're aware of other people's stuff, whether it be emotions or physical ailments or whatever, and we perceive it using our bodies and think that it's our problem. So I threw back at him, who does it belong to? And he, oh yeah, and walked off. Now the next morning, he climbs into bed for a cuddle, and I said, how's your throat this morning? And he's like, still sore, Mum. And I said, so did you actually ask who does it belong to? And he's like, oh, no. And I was like, okay, cool. So truth, who does it belong to? You, someone else, or something else? Now, with this question, you don't need to know the actual answer of who it is. It's just asking, is it yours, or someone else's, or something else's? So this time he actually looked at it, and he actually acknowledged that the sore throat wasn't his. And I said, so will you return it all to sender with consciousness attached? He's like, So I said, so what is it about returning it to sender that you're not willing to do? And he kind of, oh, well, I don't want them to get sicker. So I asked him, so truth, are you a healer? And he said, yeah, I am. I said, cool. So would a healer kill their own body to fix someone else? Or would they look after their own body so that they can heal lots of people? He's like, oh, I like that idea. And then I said to him, so if you return it to sender, what do you think will happen? He's like, well, they'll get sicker. And I said, well, what if by returning it to sender with consciousness attached, they get the awareness of how they can heal it? Now, in Access Consciousness, when we're talking about being a healer and healing someone, we teach you how to be an energy that is the invitation for them and their body to heal. It's not about grabbing it and taking it out of their body. It's not about doing anything to them. It's about inviting their cells, inviting their being to heal. So we had a bit of a conversation about that, and so at the end of the conversation he was willing to return it to sender with consciousness. And then I said to him, oh, you know, the youngest is away on camp this week, and I said to him, oh, so is your mate that normally comes to the jump park with us on a Tuesday coming to the jump park? And he's like, oh, I don't know. So I flicked this boy a text and said, are you coming? And he said, no, I'm staying home sick. And just as a smart comment, I texted back, why, have you got a sore throat? And he came back with, yeah, I do. And I showed it to Aiden, and we just laughed and laughed and laughed, and he acknowledged the capacity he be with bodies, the capacity he has to be aware of other people's bodies, and now he actually acknowledges that when he is aware of it, he doesn't have to buy it as his own. He doesn't have to force his body to create it in his body, and he can be aware of it, contribute whatever he chooses to contribute, and then move on and create his life. So what I'd love to invite you to do with kids is to empower them to know what they know. Empower them to acknowledge the capacities they have. They may not be healers, but they may be aware of other people. You know, how often do you see a kid behaving in a way that's so totally not them? Who are you being right now, dude? You or someone else? Oh, someone else? And so thoughts, feelings, emotions, physical sensations, they're what we pick up from other people. And our amazing, phenomenal bodies are an awareness unit. They're giving us, the being, the awareness of what's going on around us. Now, I live on a pretty main road. I have thousands of people drive past my house every day. And if I brought that as my reality, as all these turmoil of emotions, turmoil of sensations, you know, every time there's a little bit of chest pain in my chest, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack. Oh wow, I hope that person creates what they're looking to create with that. Thanks, body, for the awareness. And it's gone. So what if we were to teach our children this before they started creating the crap that adults have created because they haven't had this tool? So I'd love to invite you to teach your kids this tool. And hey, if you are if you're around middle of April and would love to jump on my telecourse series, it's free if you're actually physically on the live calls. If you want the recordings afterwards, there's a fee for that. But being on the live calls, and you can press record on your own recording device if you like, I don't have a point of view, be on the calls and have them for free. So accessu.co.nz/easy parenting. And hey, if you're getting this after the call series is over, that'll still be available to purchase afterwards. And I also offer private sessions if you've got something going on that you want some personal one-on-one facilitation with. Touch base, let's see what we can change together. So thanks again for joining me here at Access U TV. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me for almost daily videos on hints, tips and tools on how to create ease, joy and glory in your life. Cheers, bye.